Okay, we left off page 104. The Mechaber had said the first three parshas of Psuchos according to the Rambam and the Rosh, and the last parsha is what is a stuma. Okay? So let's see the Mishnah Berurah Kuf Samach about stuma das a Rambam. V'af das a Rosh hi Psucha. The fourth parsha, we said, the Rama rules, the first parsha could be a Psucha, right? If it's Psucha, it's kosher. But the Rambam says the fourth parsha has to be stuma. So he says, the Mechaber says, he Psuchas bein la Rambam bein la Rosh. The first three, everybody agrees, the parshas of Psuchos in Tefillin, correct? The last one, according to Rambam, has to be stuma. According to Rosh, it's okay to be Psucha. V'avdas a Rosh hi Psucha, because mog anu osen kach, ki efshel lasos Tefillin tzuras stuma, she yetzu al liber kol yalma. Now he goes to explain. We haven't explained. According to the Mechaber, what is stuma? What is Psucha? You have 9 letters in the end of the previous parsha, and the new one begins at the beginning of the column, right? That's a Psucha. Stuma would mean that you have less than 9, or it will be indented. Okay, it would be indented. And there was a question, how much do you have to indent it to be considered a stuma? Where it doesn't start at the beginning of the column.
The previous had no space.
Didn't have 9. Did not have 9.
So what is that?
Even if it had less than 9, right?
It would not be considered.
It would not be psucha. Okay? So he says, Ki stuma shanu no'ogim lasos b'sefer Torah, hainu shem sayim parshal ne'em be'emtza shita. He says, what's this? He says, Ki stuma shanu no'ogim lasos b'sefer Torah. The way we do a stuma sefer Torah, what is that? The hainu shem sayim parshal shel foneh be'emtza shita. They end the previous parsha column in the middle of a line. Umafsik de tes osius. V'akach maschel ha-parsha sh'achreya gam ki b'osa shita. Hear this? On the same line. They write, even though they could continue writing, right? They leave a space of 9 in the middle of the sentence, and then they start the next parsha after the 9 spaces. He says that's a stuma. V'nikra stuma liber kuli amri, where it's on the same line. We have 9. You have 9 letters separating the space. Why? The stuma l'fonem l'achreo. V'yevshel lasos po b'tefillin. The chol ha-parsha b'omer acher. You can't do that by tefillin because each parsha is a separate column. You have 4 parshas. Each one is a separate column with Shel Yadu written on the same parchment. And as Sefer Torah, you can start the next parsha on the same line, as long as you have the space of 9 characters before you start writing the new parsha. Chen im yirtze lo niach shita achas cholok betchilas parshas voim shemoa. He says, what about the first line you would leave blank? The next parsha, right? Shema voim shemoa. Voim shemoa would start on the second line rather than the first line. The first line is totally blank, meaning adjacent to the previous column. The first line is blank, and then you start on the next line. That's not stuma. Everybody doesn't agree at stuma. The Iraq la Rosh lo the Rambam. That would be a stuma, according to Rosh, not the Rambam. The hi psucha. I don't understand, what the terms over here, what the stuma and what we're going to have to do the beraloch over here. The kebichi evshel lasos stuma divirakol nogo karambam v'ishkein ikar. That is the primary option. Sefer Torah imi evshel lasos divirakol k'mosh kos v'yordei simur ein reishei tas himtzei eitzel lasos stuma sheitzel libirkul yalmud dahain sheparshu shon u'shnir yasa akol k'mosh kosav b'shulchan aruch rak parsha shema b'sofi yoniach revach pochs mites osios kitanos. Chen yoniach revach pochs mites osios kas betchilas parshas voim shemoa. V'ayidei shein loru tes osios b'mokom echod kimal yedei tziruf. You have less than 9 letters in the previous paragraph. We said to be a psucha, you have to have 9 and start at the. What about if you have less than 9 at the bottom, less than 9 on top? It's indented less than 9. Okay?
Or combined more than 9.
Wait. You'll only combined. You'll have more than 9. But in each one individually less than 9. Kimal ditzir fi nikras stuma the kuli alma. For some reason, you have less than 9 on top. This we have to look through the Be'alocha. We have clear what exactly is a stum according to the Rosh, and we only the Mechaber. Till now we've had, you leave 9 letters the previous portion, you start at the beginning of the column, that's psucha. That's psucha. Less than 9 would be stuma. If you indent it, right, you indent the new paragraph. There was a question how much, let's say you indented 9 characters. That would be a stuma. Right? They said that's a stuma, it's not a psucha. I mean, what determines psucha and stuma? No, but I'm saying according to, we have all these different combinations. He says according to Rav, one is and one's not. What is and what's not? Okay? We're going to have to see the Be'er Alocha. We still have time. Let's see the Be'er Alocha. No, page 104. Second. Bottom. Right on the bottom, on page 103. V'menichen hu pochos. If he would leave less than 9, right, less than 9 characters, right? If a person would leave less than 9, right? The mechaber in the second line. V'menichen hu pochos b'chder lichtov tesosius. Right? Ubesov Shema imilichem cholok. At the end of Shema, you don't leave any unwritten parchment, right? Because according to the mechaber, voyim shmo is a stuma, right? So to be a psucha, you'd have to leave after you finish running Shema. You leave 9 spaces, and then you start to Visharecha. You would leave 9 spaces. Then you would start voyim shmo at the beginning of the top column. So the Mechaber says that what? You leave less than 9. If you leave less than 9, Vayim Shemo, it's still a stuma. Right? That's what the Mechaber says. If you leave less than 9. V'maynichen u'pochos michdei lichen tesosius, hashoy Shemo maskilim be'emtze shita elyona. And you start Vayim Shemo in the middle of the next column, middle of the line. U'maynichen lefonei cholok dei lichtov tesosius. And you leave a space of 9. It's indented 9 letters. The previous, you leave less than 9, or nothing, and the top one, you indent 9. That is considered stuma. Okay? That's what he says. No, it seems that you always have to indent. You have to indent it 9 osios. Let's see, because that's a stuma. That's a stuma. He's saying even if you even if you left space on the bottom of the previous one, as long as it's less than 9, that's still considered a stuma, even though there's space, right? Usually, if you leave 9 letters, let's say you leave 9 letters and you would indent the upper paragraph, that would be a psucha. Even though you indented it, seemingly it would be a psucha. But he says, but since you left less than 9, it's as if that would be written till the end of the paragraph. So all you're doing is you have an indented beginning of Voim Shemor. No, you don't have to. He's not saying you have to. He says even. The imenichim. As long as it's less than 9, it's not a problem, right? But the upper one is to be a stuma has to be indented 9. That's what he says, right? No, just fact. I'm not explaining why. The Mechaber says that if the Voim Shemor Kriya Shema Visharecha, before you start the next paragraph, the next column, you have less than 9 letters. Okay, and then you indent the next paragraph, which you're always supposed to indent it. And indenting always means 9 letters. That's a stuma. Because to be no, psucha means you have to have 9 before in the previous paragraph. Yeah, always 9 before in previous paragraph. Next paragraph would be considered a psucha. But since you have less than 9 at the previous paragraph, right, and the top one is indented 9, that's called a stuma.
And you hold you can't combine.
Seemingly you don't combine. Mechaber, it's the mechaber, Shulchan Aruch. Now the Be'er Halacha is going to explain what's going on over here.
And there's no indentation in the previous and no indication at the top, that is considered nothing. There's no indentation.
No, there's no indentation at all. I'm not sure what that would be called. Seemingly, I'm not sure. Let's see. V'menicha pochos, lavli kufa komar, el lechatchila svirale, lo noch lasus kain, zemor k'tzas al parsha shel achresh ti psucha. He says, not that it's right? The Mechaber says, if you leave less than 9 and you indent the top one, that's a psucha, that's a stuma. He's not telling you to do that. He says, the Mechaber means b'diavad. If, in fact, you left less than 9, it's still a stuma. But really, the previous, you write till the end of the sentence, right? You shouldn't leave any space. But he's saying, even if you did leave space, it's not a problem because it's as if it's nothing. If it's less than 9, I don't reckon with it. That's what he's explaining the Mechaber. It's v'im menichim. Avo b'diavad afilu miniach v'cholok k'dei gimel pomim asher afilu hochen espatu shem stuma parsha v'im shemoa kevim shlo ischilo b'ro shito. Here. Let's say he left more than 9. He left 18. 3 times asher plus the spaces. Right? So he has, we said that's 20. Right? 20, space of 20. And he indented the next one. Hear this? According to the Rambam, as long as you start in the middle of the line and you have 9 letters into the line, it's irrelevant what preceded it. You could have a space of 20 letters, it's considered a stuma. Because it's indented the equivalent of 9 letters. You're Alan. Yeah. And it has to, according to the Rambam, if it's indented 9 letters, it's irrelevant what preceded it. Went till the end of the line, it stopped in the middle of the line, it's irrelevant. Any indent, and what's considered indented, 9 letters. That's called stuma. The question is, what's the word stuma means sealed. It's a sealed portion. Why, when you indent something, why is it called a stuma? Right? I mean, I'd say stuma means when it starts at the beginning of the line.
The secretary makes sense. Stuma is closed because the space is closed from
Between
sides.
2.
Right.
Yeah, but now, yeah, right.
Now you can't do that because every parsha starts at the beginning of the column. You can't close both sides.
No, but we're saying that if you have at the end of the previous ends with space, we're saying that was just the opposite. We're saying now that if the previous would go till the end and the top one would go 9 in, that's, everybody agrees that's stuma. He's saying even if you have as many as 20 spaces in the previous, as long as you have 9 into the new paragraph, that's still called stuma. Still called stuma. So you have to say, because you look at both paragraphs as if what? The space is between 2. You understand? That's nice. Everybody agrees. If you like in the Sefer Torah, you write till one point, you leave a space of 9, then you start the next parsha on the same line. So we see that space is sealed between 2 parshas. It's locked in. It's locked in. So let's say you'd have 9 the previous, and you have 9 on the next one, right? We say that's called stuma according to the Rambam. Why? Because the fact is, it's locked in between the previous and the new one. But it's only called locked in.
Either way.
It's only called locked in if it's noticeable that it's locked in. You could have written at the beginning of the column and you indented it. So therefore, we have parchment between 2 parshas. Parchment could have been written on between. But see, if it ends at the end, It's not noticeable because tab 1 starts at the beginning.
Even if there's 9.
What?
Even if there's 9.
Where?
At the end.
At the end of the previous one. That's psucha. That's called psucha. It's open. Because that space is not sealed at the end. It has to be sealed from both sides with 9. The following has to have 9 before it, and the bottom one has to have 9 after it.
And that's called what?
That's called stuma.
So 9, the previous, 9 in the new paragraph.
That means each one is sealing 9 between them.
Right, and that's called...
That's locked in. That's called locked in. Let's see if 9, the previous, and top one starts at the beginning of the top paragraph.
Right.
The bottom one, the upper one, is not locking in unwritten parchment. I just wanted to determine why it's called psucha.
Yeah.
Because it's not locking in unwritten parchment. The upper one.
But the bottom one is.
But that's psucha. It's only open on one side. It's locked in. The other side, it's not locked in because nothing follows it.
But if the new one is indented and the previous one went to the end of the line, then it's also only locked in.
You're right. You're right.
And then
E-
the
e-
Rambam says that's a stuma.
That's a stone. We'll see. We'll see why. Why is that?
What's the exact translation of stuma?
Stuma means sealed or open. Like Pesach is an opening. Wait a second. Ken Koseb saved my Mordechai Sharachronim Chemukach B'Yosef B'Radei Simin Ein Reishei Kmo Shekoseb Shem Hari Asan Duroni Shom Chem Beragro Shom V'Dad B'Zeh Da'irinon Hashto Sheshir B'Sof Shema K'dei Tesosios. He left at the end of the paragraph Shema 9. Dasrov Achrom Nechmat Kulam Afilu Osam Acholkim Avataz Svirlei Lo Mahani Tziruf. ואפילו הניח רווח בתחילוס בו שמוע כדי תסוסיס אפילוכר מקרי סתום דס הרמב"ם. Hear this? He's saying, Rover, majority האחרונים כמו כולם, אפילו אוסם החוק מהוותה סבילי לא מהני ציר, אפילו אם לא הניח רווח בתחילה בו שמוע כדי תסוסיס. Even if you didn't leave 9 letters, אפילו הוכי מקרי סתום דס הרמב"ם. What he says, but did you have to leave something? Right? You had to leave something. You left something. Even that yeah, what's a psuch otherwise, right?